Shortly after buying my first Harley Davidson motorcycle, one of the first things that I wanted to do was start customizing my bike and doing mods to it to make it my bike, to make it look and ride the way that I wanted it to ride. But as an old beginner, a brand new rider, I didn't know anything about motorcycle modifications that you do. And one of those modifications that you hear about a lot is changing the suspension. I didn't know anything about motorcycle suspensions. I've never changed the suspension on a car that I've had. So why would the suspension on a motorcycle be any different? Well, there are some key differences between what you would experience if you're just a normal driver versus what you need to do on a motorcycle to make it ride better and to make it ride safer. So in this video today, I'm going to explain to you a lot of the things that I've learned about suspensions over my short time of riding. I'm going to explain to you three key things or three key reasons why you should consider putting a premium suspension on your bike. It's comfort, safety, and convenience. I'm also going to show you some of the installation process for the mod that we just did on my 23 CVO, which is the same suspension that I had installed on my 18 Road Glide probably 3 years ago. And I've got at least 50,000 miles of riding with that suspension on my Road Glide. And I'll just tell you right now, it's amazing. Absolutely love it. The brand of suspension that I put on my bike, this is a Wilbers suspension. I have tried other suspensions. I've had an Oline suspension as well, which was good. It was also very good. But there is one key difference between the other suspensions that I've used and the Wilbers that I'm using now, and that is convenience. The Wilbers suspension is self-leveling, and it is amazing. Absolutely love it because I can just ride my bike and I don't have to change any settings on it. Now, what are the settings that you got to change? Well, when you first get your bike, you need to set the preload and the sag. What does that mean?
The initial sag adjustment of the Wilbers Nivomat system, and therefore we need to do a 20 mm rider sag. The official way to measure rider sag would be take the measurement from the rear axle up to a fixed point on the frame and then see that this sags 20 mm.
The preload is the amount that the springs are compressed before you put any weight on the bike. And that's an adjustment that you need to make when you first get your motorcycle. It doesn't matter what suspension you have. So when I bought my 23 CVO, I rolled it off the dealer's lot and there was zero preload on it. And it was bottoming out on every single bump that I hit. It was so annoying. Now, what is bottoming out? Bottoming out is where the suspension has traveled to the end of its mechanical path. In other words, it can't go any farther. And what you hear is a bang. So if you're riding and every time you hit a bump, you hear a bang, that's your suspension bottoming out. Now, in addition to hearing a bang, depending on how hard you hit that bump, you can probably feel it too. The fact is, I was doing a group ride several years ago, and there was a couple riding in front of me. They went to turn left, and they hit a pothole or something because you saw the bike bounce up a little bit, and both of the riders bounced up. And I'm like, wow, that sucks. They got hurt. And I didn't learn this until a little bit later, but they sustained a serious back injury from hitting that pothole like that. Now, I don't know if their suspension was set up properly, but what I do know is that I've seen so many people will ride two up, or people who ride like I do normally ride alone, but on some day they decide to ride two up. Not once have I seen anybody adjust their suspension. Now, in most cases, it's probably going to be okay, but having your suspension properly adjusted, it will make the bike ride better. And it should reduce the amount of times that you're going to have that suspension bottoming out. But again, this bike was bottoming out every time every place I went when I first bought it. And it wasn't until I got home that I pulled out the owner's manual and I'm looking through it and I'm like, okay, here's how to properly adjust the suspension. And I did that. And it did make the bike ride better. But what it was missing though is that, or what it was missing compared to my 18 Road Glide, is that it was still harsh. It didn't hurt, it didn't bottom out, but it was just a harsher ride. My 18 Road Glide is smooth as butter. And that's one of the key things I love about having my Wilbers suspension on there, because basically what it does, it smooths out the harshness of bumps. It's not going to eliminate them. I haven't used a suspension on a bike yet that would eliminate bumps. It's not going to be like that 70s Cadillac that some of us rode in where it just kind of floated over everything. But the harshness of the bump is what you want to get rid of, and it makes everything just smoother, and it smooths out those curves a little bit. So it's nice. It's really, really nice. And my goal is to make my brand new bike ride just as well as my 18 Road Glide that has 113,000 miles on it. Other quick story I'll tell you is that my wife and I took this bike up to New Hampshire for Laconia Bike Week last year, and we rode up Mount Washington. So what did you think?
Oh hell!
Did you? So what's your line? Whose idea was this?
This is mine.
Were you scared?
I was scared a little bit, but not too bad. Yeah. I am very concerned about going back down.
Oh no, going down is much easier than going up.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah. Come look at this money view.
It's like the going down the roller coaster is always harder.
No, not in this case.
Oh gosh.
What do you think?
I mean, this is beautiful. It's just a reminder of God's majesty. I mean, this is amazing.
But the one complaint that my wife had, she said this bike is not comfortable. She said, and she was asking me, why didn't we bring the other bike? That bike is comfortable. This one is not. And so that was really my driving motivation. Okay, I got to go ahead and start making some changes to this bike to make it more comfortable if we're going to use it. Big shout out to Stefan from Wilbers Suspension. You know,
The biggest, smallest YouTube channel on the whole interweb.
yeah,
Did I get it right?
That's perfect. You nailed it.
Oh, I rehearsed it hours and hours on my way here back.
You know, he was in town and had an opportunity to film him installing the suspension on my bike. And watching it, it really wasn't that bad. I want to say the most work goes into doing the springs in the front because it does take a little bit more work. There are some special tools that you'd probably need to do it, but it's something that's possible to do on your own. In fact, now that I've watched it done, my confidence level in doing it myself is much higher. In fact, if you decide to get a Wilbers suspension, you can go to Stefan's YouTube channel. It's called Stefan's Garage because he has detailed videos on how to install the suspension, and you can do it yourself. In fact, on my Road King, if I decide to upgrade the suspension on there, I'm going to do it myself this time. But I paid to get this one done, and it would have been nicer to save a little bit of money. Is it worth it? Because a premium suspension is not cheap. They're not free, obviously, but they're certainly not cheap. So for me, a long distance rider, over that long trip, you kind of have cumulative pain that could happen throughout a trip. So my goal on my bike is to minimize any vibrations that I would feel, whether it's in my feet, and my hips, my back, my arms. I want my ride to be as smooth as possible because over a long trip, you know, if you're going to ride 12, 13, 14 hours in a day, that can wear you out. And I don't want the bike adding to my fatigue by rattling me to death. And that premium suspension is a component in that, and it does make a big difference. So hopefully that helped you out. Leave me a comment in the comment section if you've upgraded the suspension on your bike. Let me know what kind of suspension you put on there and what you think about it. Or if you have any questions about anything that I did or talked about in this video today, and I'll try to answer all those questions as they come up. And last thing I'll share with you is my plans for this year. The proceeds from my channel are contributing towards my goal of donating at least $10,000 towards Alzheimer's research. And I've talked about that in a couple of videos. For the month of January, we've gone a little bit over $700, and so that contribution will be going in this month. I'll have the online portal set up this month so that if you want to make an online donation, you'll be able to do that, and it'll go from you directly to the charity. It'll give you a receipt, and you can write it off on your taxes. But if you want to just continue to support the channel, which will help raise those funds and help you hit those goals, I would appreciate it. You can also become a channel member, and thank you to all of my channel members, especially my newest ones. Shout out to you guys for continuing to support me. This is Q. I'm riding, I'm wrenching, and I am out. Okay, now let's talk about what we're going to do to the bike.
Well, your nice 23.5 CVO Road Glide, I got almost the same one, that's why I'm so proud of it, is getting the full Wilbers treatment. So it's going to be Wilbers zero friction springs in the inverted front end, and then in the rear the Wilbers Nivomat shocks. So that means self-leveling, no adjustments anymore, traveling with, without passenger, with or without bags. and you're not dialing in anything. You just sit on the bike and blaze into the sunset.